to perfection every single time. Imagine making steak and chicken and roast and meats that are the perfect temperature every single time, impossible to mess it up. That's what the Sous Vide technology is gonna do for you. And we have the exclusive launch of the Wolfgang Puck Compact Clip Sous Vide. So you've never seen anything like this Sous Vide before, where you can actually so easily just clamp this right onto the side of your pot. Easy to control, and you walk away. No trying to gauge the temperature of the meat you're cooking and messing it up ever again, because this is gonna cook it to perfection. I wanna introduce the man of the hour, who, by the way, we're celebrating 20 years here at HSN with
amazing.
Wolfgang.
I'm so hungry.
You,
hello, everybody out there. 20 years, can you believe it? And you know what? I made myself probably one of the best steak, beautiful, medium rare. So you cook it the way you like it. I like medium rare. How did I make it so perfectly medium rare? I cooked it here in the bag, sous vide. Sous vide means under vacuum, basically. So you don't have air there, but all the nutrients stay here and all the flavor stays here, but you cook it to the exact temperature the way you want it. So that's so easy. You know how we all are, we try to touch it. Is it cooked yet? Is it ready yet? No. Here it's so simple. So what I do then, look, I take it out of the bag, maybe pat it a little bit, and you look, oh, it doesn't look so nice. So what we do is we sear it in a hot pan or on a grill or under the broiler, whatever you like.
How long?
For maybe 30 seconds on each time, or even less.
Yeah, because it's already cooked to exactly the temperature that you want it to be.
It's cooked to medium rare all the way through. So all you have to do is get a great crust on it, and you are done, or a beautiful color on it. So I love that. Look how fast it goes.
I can't even stand how easy this technology is.
I mean, you will never mess up a steak. You will never mess up a chicken breast, a fish dish, and it always comes out just the way you like it. So simple. It cooks under perfect temperature. You put the timer on, you put the temperature on, and you can do whatever you want. You can go to town, you can go play with the kids, watch a movie. When you come back, all you have to do is what I did here. I'm talking too much. See how nice it is here? Beautiful brown.
Oh, that looks good.
A little bit on the other side, and that's it. That's all you have to do.
And the amazing thing is, it will stay that temperature for hours. Like, it's the modern day slow cooker. You can't mess it up. It will always be perfectly cooked. So we're showing you, we do have two colors. Here's the red right in front of us, and we do have black available as well. So chef, we just take a pot and we clamp it right onto the side.
You clamp it on. You can use a Lexan, you can use a pot like that if you want to, a bucket.
Get the bucket.
Just something you can deep enough with water so you immerse your cooker here. And your circulator, we call it. So it circulates the water all around. Now let me take this steak out. Look at that. You see how it looked before? Look, so beautiful now. And now I slice it. Look how perfectly cooked all the way. So you decide how you like it. I like my steak medium rare, so this is perfectly medium rare all the way through, and it is so tender.
Okay, so chef, what we're doing is we're putting it at that precise temperature, the one that you're trying to poke the thermometer in and get to that temperature, and you never can quite get it right. You set it to that temperature, you put your meat, your potatoes, your vegetables, your eggs inside a bag, correct? And then you seal the bag.
Exactly, you seal the bag, and that's it. That's all you have to do. So if it's fish or meat, whatever it is, look at that. Here, I cooked my salmon in here, and I know when I cook salmon at home, my wife gets so upset. Hi, Galila and Alexander Doliver and Byron, they're all watching probably.
Hello,
you know what happened is, it smells up the whole house.
Oh, it does. Oh, that happens.
Salmon especially. It's so good for you, but then my wife said, even my clothes smell like salmon, so she doesn't like it. Let me put this away here. All right. So then you take out the salmon. You can sear it if you want to, but it always will be cooked perfectly. No more overcooked fish here.
No. And what's so great is it's cooked to the perfect temperature, but you've also infused it with all the flavor and the moisture because it's all inside the bag, right, chef?
Yeah. So you put the flavor in here. You can see I put some jalapeno slices in here. Oh, come out. Okay.
That looks amazing.
Now look at that.
Look at the moisture.
And totally moist salmon. So now if you want to eat it, take the garlic out here. Okay, that's just for the flavor.
Uh-huh.
So you can serve it with a salad just like that. If you want on top of a salad, put a little vinaigrette on top. But let me show you. Look at that.
Cooked perfectly.
Look at that.
I feel like every single recipe says
every piece
take
is
the temperature.
perfectly cooked.
You never get it to that right temperature.
Yeah.
I always overcook my salmon.
Everybody does. So
Okay.
this one is perfectly cooked. You can cook it with the skin on, without the skin on, but you will never mess up a fish. And look, beautiful, flaky fish. See that?
Perfect, every single time. So let's be honest, sous vide, yes, it is the hot way to cook right now. There's that big coffee chain that's doing the sous vide egg sandwiches that are so good, right? But this is something that all great chefs know. They've been doing this for decades, right?
See that the salmon, it's not dry. It's totally moist inside. Look at that. You can peel off the pieces just like that. See that?
But what's great, Chef, is you could leave that in the sous vide for hours, and it's not going to overcook.
You're exactly right. Look how beautiful it is all the way through. Cooked totally perfectly all the way. So you will never have a problem again overcooking fish. It won't smell up your house. It will stay like that. Even if you forget it, you say, oh my God, my fish. It will stay like that. Half an hour later, it's still the same.
You're good. Well, here's the exciting thing. There is not another show coming up at 1 o'clock. This is limited today. So it's your opportunity to try it and save $30, free shipping and handling as well, and you can get it home for under a $20 bill.
Yeah.
You choose red, you choose black. If you've looked at sous vides before and you thought, okay, there's the giant one that I have to submerge, or there's the one I have to try to clamp onto something, the chef is brilliant. He created a version that is simply the clamp. It clamps right on.
I have one in my restaurant. We use it all the time. It cost $1,500.
Wow.
Now, we use a Lexan as big as that, and we cook a lot of things in it, especially salmon. And then if I have a grill, for example, I put the salmon, the skin side on the grill, and that's it. And people eat the salmon and says, we never had fish like that. How did you cook it? It's all the way tender through and that has flavor.
Okay, that's
because
amazing.
I cook it in the bag, so no flavor escapes. Really, everything you put in there stays there. So even from the biggest pieces, look at that.
Wow.
You're gonna guess what is that?
This
is a prime rib. So prime rib is very expensive.
And we're terrified to cook it.
Aren't we?
We're scared we're gonna screw it up.
Oh my gosh, right? This, you cannot screw this up. You set the perfect temperature and you walk away, right? And it can stay in there for hours.
Look at that. So if I want now to put a nice crust on it or anything, so what do I do? Maybe I put a little barbecue sauce on it.
Yeah. Ooh.
Or
Salt and pepper for the crust?
Yeah, salt and pepper we have. A little, maybe a barbecue sauce a little bit. Okay. And I put the oven broiler on.
That looks amazing.
Okay. And then put it under the broiler just for the look. So it's really gonna shine it up. Maybe a little touch of olive oil if you want to.
So
look at that, it looks good already.
A roast like that, we put that in the sous vide, we put it in a bag, we put in all of the ingredients, so simple and easy. We set it to the temperature and we walked away. How long was that in there?
6 hours.
6 hours.
So you can go to work, let's say you know you're gonna come home at 6, you put it in at 12, or even you go to work at 10, you put it on, put the timer on, it will shut itself off to cook. It stays the same temperature, so it's perfect.
So if you eat at 6, but then your kids get home at 8 and your husband gets home at 10, everyone's gonna eat it the same. It stays at the same temperature, so it's perfect every time. Of course, it is our best buy of the day, so we're streaming live on Facebook. If you'd like to say hi to the chef or you have a question, please do on HSN's Facebook page. So you choose the black, choose the eggs. Okay. Which that big coffee chain is doing right now, right? With the eggs. You can cook eggs using this.
Now at Starbucks, you can get these eggs in the morning. They're all cooked like that. But you know, how much do they cost? You can do them at home really easy.
Absolutely.
So, look at that. We have some eggs in here. You can see them.
And they're cooked to perfection.
This is like poached eggs. So I take them out, put them here for a second.
Okay.
Or maybe here you can see them. Okay. Okay, as many as you want. You could make 20 poached eggs just perfectly. And then what do I have in here? Hollandaise sauce. So I put just all the ingredients, the egg yolks, the butter, lemon juice, salt, pepper in here. Put it, submerge it here, be sure to have all the air out of it, and then you shake it really well. That's all you have to do. And in no time, with no problems, we will never have a curdled Hollandaise sauce. Look at that.
That's like mad science, right?
That's cooking meets science. Cooking is always a science, but this is really how can we make everything just perfect.
Yes.
So maybe Marianne, you hold it here.
The secret of
Okay, so now
professional
look, this is the egg I just took out.
Okay.
And here is spinach, whatever you put on here.
Look, there's no guessing
It's sliding
game.
off. Let's take the spinach off.
There's no
Look at
guessing
that.
game.
Divot for it.
Yeah. A perfectly cooked
You cook
egg.
it to the temperature
Look
and
at that, a poached egg.
always perfect.
And look, let me show you how beautiful it is when I open it.
So Kathy on
that?
Facebook says she loves all your products. She has most of them.
Stop
Yeah.
it. Look at that.
Laura says, does the water evaporate while cooking?
You know, the water evaporates for sure over time, but you can put just a plastic film on top.
Okay.
Just don't cover the machine and you're done.
Do you want it
Okay,
in
let
here?
me show you one more time. Look at that egg here.
Going to be cooked to perfection.
Like you want to make
time.
eggs Benedict now, you can do it just as well as I do here. And then we have the sauce. You put it in here.
Here's the hollandaise.
Here's the Hollandaise sauce.
And there's a little spoon, too.
And there's a little spoon. So now you can pour that right over your eggs.
Oh, yeah, and it's cooked to perfection every single time. That looks amazing, by the way. So explain to us, chefs, what sous vide is. For some of us, we've heard
Sous vide
the
is
term.
a French name. That's why it's a little complicated. I think we have to find an English name for it. Sous means it's basically cooking under vacuum.
Okay.
You know, just with no air in it. Because if you have too much air in there, the bag will not sink into it. You couldn't cook. So it was developed a long time ago because when you cook for big quantities, you do a banquet for 800 people, you can cook every piece of fish the same way. Because it all goes in there, and that's so simple and so easy.
Perfect. Sally on Facebook wants to know how we're using this, chef. So will you show us how easy it is
Okay,
to
how
use?
easy it is. Let's come over here where we have an empty space.
Pressing a button and walking away, essentially.
And then, I'm gonna give me a bag, a Ziploc bag or something like
so
that.
you use a bag. As long as you can seal the bag, you're good to go.
Yeah.
We do have a fabulous set of 5 bags that include hooks, by the way. You can ask your representative about that because that is available, and the bags actually have measurements on them. But as far as, which one do we want to show everybody on?
Do you want me to get the one from here that we had, that we were
the
showing?
stock pot down here?
Yeah.
The machine, and then I show them, you show them the machine, I will show them what I do exactly. Bring me 2 pieces of salmon. While Marianne shows the thing and some stuff.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
So it's so easy. You're just going to press and hold the on button, turn it on.
Okay.
Then it's going to ask you, wherever it's blinking, it's asking you to do something. So to navigate, you come over to here to the 3 lines. That's your menu.
Okay.
And so what the center one is the temperature of this room right now. If it was in water, it would be giving you the temperature of the water.
Okay.
You're going to set it to the temperature that the recipe needs, and people are going to ask, how do I know the time and the temperature and what it is? Well, there's an app for that. It's really easy to find. So you set your time first, your temperature that you want. Then you come down here and you set the hours or whatever minutes that it is, just navigating with the plus and minus, and then you press your on button on. And it has to be in water. See how it gives the air? It has to be in the water to do that part. But you can set it while it's in your hand, and then you're just gonna put it right in the front. I love how compact this one is, Carrie. I've had one before that was really, really tall and difficult to store, but not Wolfgang's, it's easy.
And you had to submerge that one, or they have the ones you
real
have to
tall.
find something to clamp it to the side. This is a new design that the chef brought to us just for today. He's never brought anything like this before, where it actually simply clamps right onto the side of the pot. So here we've got a stock pot, and by the way, we've got a great deal on the pot available for you at $10 off tonight. If you want to pick that up, you simply fill it full of water. Marianne just showed you how you push a couple buttons, and then you walk away. And you enjoy perfectly cooked
so if you
meat
want to
and
cook
eggs.
egg whites by itself, you know, to have like, instead of making an egg white omelet, for example, you're on a diet, you can put them in a jar and cook them just like that.
And so these are sort of like those egg bites that the coffee place sells. But
you can do
what
that at
we
home.
love is that they're delicious. And then because they're cooked in this way, the airspace inside is sort of like sanitized so that they stay fresh for a really long time. So if you're really busy like I am, you can cook that one day and have food for a really long time. But the texture and the taste are probably the most exciting thing, right? Of all.
And it keeps the color. Look, here we are cooking vegetables. See that? So these are sweet potatoes, so you can add brown sugar to it if you want to. Okay, can you open it? I don't have my glasses on.
So you're saying all the flavor, all the moisture,
All the flavor,
all trapped in that bag.
All the vitamins, everything stays in here.
Carrie, smell.
Okay.
Look at
It
that.
has
What is this?
rosemary and brown butter.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. That smells so
Now,
good. My mouth is
look at the
watering.
color of the carrots here. And here we have green beans.
Yummy.
Let me open that thing.
Got it?
All right. So you can put a little olive oil with your green beans. You can put whatever you like in there.
Butternut squash.
And all you
Butternut
need is a bag
squash.
that you can seal.
Yeah.
Seal
So you
all the ingredients.
you can make it totally dietetic, totally on a diet with no butter, no nothing, or you put whatever you like in there. Now look at the fish here. Here we have 2 nice pieces of salmon. So give me a little olive oil or maybe a little salt and pepper. We have it here. So we season the fish.
So this is how you're going to make your
That's
salmon.
how we're going to make it happen.
Okay. You have the bag, just a bag you can buy from the store,
Okay,
although we
little
do have some
pepper.
reusable bags available.
Okay, so now it's seasoned. So you depends to you what you want. Let's say we want a little thyme in here.
Okay.
Let's say we want a little garlic in here.
Yummy.
I know. Or a lot of
Already
garlic.
ready.
Okay, you can put some cloves because all you're gonna do is flavor the fish. So you don't have to eat the garlic. You're not gonna have bad breath when you go to sleep. Maybe a little green onions in here. See that? And then I love to put a little oil in here. Here we have some flavored oil, but you can do whatever you like.
Don't you love that it's all cooking inside a bag?
It's cooking in a
You're
bag.
not messing up dishes.
No messing up your kitchen, no
Yes.
smelling up your house with salmon. But you will have the best salmon you ever had.
Can you
Because it
show
will be
us how
cooked
we
to
get
the
the air out by putting
Okay.
it in the water?
Okay, so now
Because everybody
when you
worries that
put
they have to do it a
things
certain
in
way.
the water, the air comes up. See that?
Yeah.
So now
Rises to the top.
you just press that to have the maximum air out.
Okay.
And if there's a little bit, it's okay.
Yeah,
It
and
really is.
then just get it all out, and then you close it up.
So for the salmon, we're set. Bless you, by the way.
Yeah.
For the
Thanks.
salmon, we're
So-
setting it at the perfect
Yeah.
temperature.
To 127 for Wolf for 1 hour.
Yeah.
127.
So
That's
you
what
put
we
that
have.
right in here. See, you have nothing to do. Put that in here. If you want, get the little clam, so that way it doesn't run around.
Here's yours that you're selling.
Huh? Okay,
yours.
yeah. So now you let it here, and in 1 hour, you're gonna have a perfectly cooked salmon. So you can decide you want it slightly underdone, you want it really well done. It's all up to you. You can set the right temperature for everything.
All right, here's the deal. You can use it in a store-bought bag. You can cook in a store-bought bag, but we do have a set of 5 reusable silicone bags, which are available for you as well, and they come with 2 of the clamps, which they've gone away, but here's one of them. They come with the clamps. You can get the entire set and add this to your order for $24.95. So
Now,
if you
look
like
at
the
that.
idea of reusable, that's available for you as well.
Here I cooked potatoes in here. Baked potatoes, I peeled them, and now they did not touch water. So obviously they're gonna have more flavor and really have amazing, amazing
Like the nutrients
taste.
don't
Yeah, the
evaporate
nutrients are there,
out.
everything is in here.
How long are we talking and at what temperature?
At 194 for an hour and a half. But they can stay in there for up to 12 hours when they're cooked. Can you imagine Thanksgiving and Christmas?
I know, right?
Tell me the holidays guys are not different now with the mashed potatoes.
Well, and that's the thing, whether it's your fish, it's your steak, it's your roast, it's your potatoes, it's your eggs, it's your
Now look at that.
vegetables.
See that?
Walk away, and it stays great for hours upon hours because you've set that perfect temperature. You don't worry about it going past that. So you will be the most amazing chef in your home with this technology.
And it's also great, so if I have mashed potato left over, to reheat them. You know, you cannot reheat mashed potatoes in the microwave. They get all gummy and they separate, so it's terrible. I tried it once, I said, oh,
not
put it
edible,
in the microwave.
right?
Yeah, you cannot eat. You say, what the heck did I do? So this way, if you have leftover, put it in a Ziploc bag in the refrigerator. 3 days later, it still will be perfect.
Perfect, and that's what it's all about. All right, well, we still have the red and we have the black available. I'll remind you there's not another presentation coming up at 1 a.m.
Now we have to go and look at dessert.
I know.
Oh, yes, let's get right to that.
I love sweets more than anything.
This is what I needed.
Right?
I just took the baby off of bottles.
Oh, I told you, but you make another one.
Yes, okay.
For the next baby, you can eat after that.
Carrie, I love that Wolfgang's is so small because you couldn't do that with a normal one with this lower side stock pot.
Now look at that. In our jar here, we cooked a flourless chocolate cake.
Just in little mason jars?
Yeah.
Ooh. That looks amazing.
Yeah.
So you can cook right in the jars as well. Yeah. So you can use...
You know what the funny thing is? We're going to open a restaurant in Disney World over there.
Oh, yeah?
Okay.
Can you help you?
Get it off.
And in your restaurants, I mean, this is something that
so we're gonna do that, and we're gonna serve a lot of desserts like that.
Yeah.
Why? Because people can take it and walk around.
Ah, that's brilliant.
So you can watch the shops there, you know, in Disney Springs, and at the same time eat your desserts.
Okay, that's so smart.
This is pumpkin pie.
Look at that pumpkin pie.
Want some whipped cream?
This is a small cheesecake here. Look at that, just enough for dessert.
I know, right? And look, it's made of heater bullseye cheesecake.
I love it. And you can put them in and set it and walk away. It's about you being busy, but still want to enjoy amazing meals for you and your family. This is cooked to perfection every single time. Other sous vides that are giant and you have to submerge them or figure out how to clamp them right to the side. This is just one simple, easy, revolutionary design that goes right on the side of the pot. You turn it on, you set the temperature, and you eat when you want to because it stays fantastic hour after hour. Always cooked. I mean, I feel like every time I read something that says, cook this chicken or this steak to this temperature.
Oh, you know, cooking a chicken breast right, or now look at my prime rib here.
Why do you like cooking this way, Wolfgang?
Why do I like cooking that way? Why do I like looking that way? For me, control is everything.
Yes.
If I want to cook my prime rib perfectly rare, I want it rare all the way through. But most importantly, it does not dry out the meat. The contrary. Like I cooked spare ribs in here and did the same thing. Put barbecue sauce in under the broiler for 2 minutes. That was it. And I thought, you know what, Wolfgang, why you didn't do that before?
Because it's such an amazing
now look at that.
way of cooking.
All the way through the same cooking part. So if you have a steak or a big prime rib, if you like it rare like me, you like it medium, depends all how hot you make your water bath.
Exactly,
So all we did was set that timer.
Yeah.
We set the temperature right.
Yep.
And then only one bag that goes right into the trash, or you could rewash it if it's yours.
No
but
mess.
Imagine the less mess. It's so exciting.
Well, because look here, you could put it right on the side of your pot. And if you don't have a pot, we've got a great deal on the one that you see here in front of me in the Wolfgang pot collection. It's $10 off, and I'm going to give you the item number for that now. If you want to add that to your order, you see how nicely it fits on that. It's 8-quart stainless steel. You get the lid. Oh, it's $20 off. Excuse me, that's a good mistake to make. It's $7.99 on your charge card using those flex. So it's $39.95. So you can use the disposable bags, or again, if you want to use silicone bags, we do have a set of 5 that come with 2 clamps as well. These are fabulous because they're reusable and you can simply slide off the top just like that. And it's got the measurements on the side as well. So if you like the idea of reusable, these are available for you. Otherwise, you can use any bag that you have at home that you can seal. Okay, that looks amazing.
I know, now look at that. So you put that on the table. Instead of going outside, now it's getting cold outside. Instead of having to barbecue something, you have it just like that. And the flavor will be amazing. You will never have eaten a steak so perfectly cooked or a fish so perfectly cooked. So that can be a leg of lamb, that can be lamb loin, rack of lamb,
What about
whatever.
fall apart tender meats? Can you do that?
Yeah, totally, totally. Do you have some here already?
Yo, you do.
So they're going to be cooked to perfection, and they're going to be incredibly moist and flavorful because all of the ingredients and moisture are trapped inside that bag. So
Whatever.
You pick.
so
You pick.
truly
Never.
exciting.
Whatever you want. Let me make a little
$30
space
off.
here.
If you're just joining us, we're celebrating 20 years of Wolfgang Puck here at HSN. It's the only Today Special scheduled for the visit, and this is the only airing scheduled tonight. So if you want to try this technology, it's under $20. We're even doing free shipping and handling. You choose, do you want the red? You choose, do you want the black? Those are the two colors available.
Yeah.
All right, what is
Now
that?
there we
goodness?
have a barbecued brisket.
Barbecued
And you know,
brisket.
cooking a brisket, it takes a long time.
Sure.
But the most important thing is you don't want it dry.
Oh my
you don't
gosh.
want it, you know,
So
like
gross.
the outside is stringy, the inside is not cooked right.
Yep.
Here, the whole brisket is cooked the way you like it. Now let me take it over here.
Look at that giant thing.
Yeah.
So you put the brisket and the barbecue and all of it inside
Put
the bag.
everything in there and you're fine. So see, this is cooked all the way you want it.
To the perfect
And you have to
temperature.
try it, Carrie. It's so tender.
Oh, don't twist
Yeah.
my arm. Okay, so you put that in there, you set it to the proper temperature.
Yeah.
Set it so you put it in the bag. Season it the way you want.
Okay.
Use how Wolfgang showed you to seal it with the water to get the air out. 135, 50 hours.
50 hours?
Yes.
Wow, so you set it and you walk away.
You do for 2 days. You just forget all about it. So if you love slow
Now
cooking,
taste this
this is
brisket.
next generation slow cooking.
Yes, oh my gosh, okay.
Once you taste it, you said, how did it get this way?
It's crazy, right? Crazy good. It's so worth it.
Like I almost don't have to chew.
I know.
Yeah.
But
I'm
it doesn't
almost
look
ready
it.
to-
When you look at how beautiful the slices are, it doesn't look like it's fall apart.
Yeah.
Guys, there are no words. The fact that you can put this in and walk away, this is the new better slow cooking, because you know what? With your slow cooker, you can still mess it up. This you can't mess up.
Yeah.
This is you set it to that temperature, and there are 3 easy steps. It is such goof-proof cooking, everyone, that will produce the most amazing meals for you. No overcooking ever, because you set it to that temperature
Or
and you walk away.
undercooking, you know, some
Yeah.
people
Big deal,
cook a
yeah.
steak, they said,
Yep.
oh, I want mine medium, but it came
Yep.
out rare.
Yep.
So now you have to go back into it. If you cook 3 or 4 of them, how will it end up? So
Yes.
this is the perfect way to cook. And you know, every restaurant today uses it. If you go to England or in America, every chef uses it. If it's for vegetables, if for fish especially, I know I use it for salmon all the time at the Hotel Bel Air
Do you want
or at
lamb?
Spago, huh?
That's
Leg
exciting.
of lamb? Do you want shanks? Do you want
Oh, let's
pot
do the
roast?
shanks, because I showed them a lot of meat rare.
Okay.
And now we're gonna do some lamb shanks.
I love your recipe for these.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting when you cook in the bag. If you're the kind of person that doesn't love lamb, I love that because the fat is what oxidizes and has that strong smell or taste. When you cook this way, it's the opposite. It's very mild. It's lovely.
And your cleanup is just
Yeah.
amazing.
I know,
by the
right?
way.
It's
It's
easy.
all in
Right?
that bag.
Right onto the serving plate. But you just set that temperature.
Look at
This
that.
it was 130. You set the time.
So you
in
just
this case,
put
24 hours.
barbecue sauce, tomato sauce, olives, capers, whatever you like in here, oregano, thyme, and look at that.
Wow.
Fall off the bone.
With a spoon.
Yum.
With the spoon.
Yeah.
Can I show everybody,
Learn it.
for those of us that are wondering how you know the temperatures and the cooking time? It does come with a cooking chart. Everybody's getting this. So it shows you whether it's beef, poultry, pork, seafood, whatever it is that you're cooking. It shows you the size that's at, that shows you how long. Super, super easy.
Good, right?
This will be the easiest thing you do in your kitchen because you set it and you walk away. I love the idea of doing that. We all have such busy lives,
so
right?
amazing. You know, it's totally tender.
Yeah.
And it has all the flavor. Nothing goes away. This is really the best way.
I'm just getting in there with my hands because that's what Wolfgang does, and that he says it's okay.
No, it's good that you do.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
my
the
God.
tender succulent, you know, all the gelatin is in there, and it makes it so tender and so rich tasting because everything cooks together. Nothing gets burned, nothing gets overcooked. So this is really so easy. And you don't have to stand next to it. You don't have to watch it. You don't have to do anything.
Well, and what's
I
amazing,
said
Chef,
before, if you cook for a long time, cover the pot with some plastic wrap, so that way the water cannot evaporate.
so it doesn't overcook. So if you eat when you get home at 5 and then your kids don't come home for another hour and your husband doesn't come home until later, the food is still going to stay perfectly cooked, warm, and delicious for when you're ready to eat it. Here's the red. We have the black available for you as well.
Let me tell you one thing.
Yes,
This is
he
a
wants to tell us.
perfect present for a wedding gift,
Right.
for kids who go to college,
Yep.
for anybody who loves to cook. There's nothing better than our, oh, I'm eating my lamb, than our
You eat
circulator
your
here.
lamb.
This is really an amazing piece because you can cook just like a chef.
No
You will
cleanup.
cook each fish like you have in the best restaurant where you pay
I know.
$45 for a portion of salmon. You can do it at home for $5.
Okay, so the technology is just amazing. The chef made it so easy because you literally put it right on the side of your pot. You press a couple buttons, you set it to the right temperature, and then you walk away. So you can use the resealable or the bags that you can close that are disposable that you have. But if you like the idea of reusing silicone bags, we do have a set of 5 of them available. You get all 5 of them. They're silicone, they're washable and reusable, and they have the measurements on them as well. So you simply slide off the top and put your ingredients right in. You get 5 of them that are different colors, and you actually get 2 of these little clamps so you can hang them on the side of the pot that you are using. So those are available. They're only $24.95, so ask your representative about that. Now, if you need a stock pot, here's the easiest way to get your Sous Vide home and use it right with the Wolfgang Puck 8-quart stainless steel stock pot with the lid